Alright, there goes one of the largemouth bass heads. I'll let the thumbs down begin. People get so upset about it. They just bait to me. They just like a shad or a skipjack or bluegill or crappie or anything else. They're bait. We're going to have it on this front left rod here. There's the white bass head. I'm going to have it back here off this back rod holder. Again, I'm just going to, I'm dropping it down. I'm suspending them just 2-3 feet off the bottom here. And I'm in 35 feet of water right now. I'm right on that main break line along this ledge. And downstream from here, it drops down to about 55 feet of water. So, like I said, that's where I expect fish to be when they retreat back to the deep water. And these two creeks up here is where I expect them to feed. So I'm kind of positioned right here to take advantage when they move up. Last but not least, a chunk of white bass midsection there. Down it goes. That one got hit. He's on. Fish on. He's mad, ain't he? That rod's getting hit too. There's a fish on that front rod also. Golly, bud. We got rods going down everywhere. I got one on this front rod here. Nope, that one come off. Who needs the coffee, right? Nobody needs morning coffee when you got this much action going on. Let's see what time it is. 6:46. So about 15 minutes now with baits in the water. Alright guys, fish number one. I got the skunk out right here. That's not a bad way. It's a dink, but a slightly bigger dink anyway. Alright buddy, get on out of here. Tell your friends I'm looking for them. Alright, there's some largemouth bass going down. Let's see what that does for us. Got one going to town on his head over here. Pick up on him there. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, he's on there. He was hitting it awful funny. The rod tip was just dancing. This one ate the largemouth bass head. He don't feel like he's all that big to be eating that head. He just must have ate it just right. So them dinks, no matter how big a bait you use, they'll get down there and just gnaw and gnaw and gnaw on it. And they'll eventually get that hook somehow. There's the head. And there's the result. Let's let him go. I'm going to get that bait back down there while all these fish are under me. Fix this thing back. The nice thing about these heads, and all these bass are like that. I don't care if it's white bass, largemouth, smallmouth. They all pretty tough baits. So you can oftentimes get a couple fish out of them. Sometimes 3 or 4, so I'm going to drop that head back down and we'll catch another one on it. Check this rod here, he might actually be hooked up. Yep, that one's hooked. He's been trying for so long. He's just been down there just shredding my baits. I got one that's on this rod's been working it, and one's been working his head back here too. I guess I probably need to check this other one, make sure it's still on, because I ain't getting... That one ain't been bouncing around much. They may have done stripped it clean. Well, heck, we don't want to look at that anyway. Got the old quick release. See if he's on there. I think he's hooked up. He crushed it. Just a dink though. Dinks have just been down there just shredding me. It's fun when they hook up, but when they're so small they ain't hooking up and they just down there ruining and perfectly good baits. It's frustrating. I don't have a whole lot of bait with me today. I went out just a few minutes before dark last night and got what I could on that evening bite there. I got those 2 largemouth bass. Actually, I got a few more largemouth bass too, but they weren't big enough to keep. But I got them 2 that would keep, and some white bass. And I'd hope to have enough for all morning out here, but these dinks keep cleaning me out. May not last that long. Another dinkity doodah. I want that fish's great grandma. That's the one I want, not him.
Get you a few bluegill and run up there at Marble Bluff and catch you some of them flatheads.
Yeah, it's a long run from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Head got hit right there. Pick up on him. I think he might be hooked. He is. We got that, and doggone it. These things have been down there just munching, but every once in a while one's getting hooked up. Oh. Well, that one's gone. Well, let's grab this one. Let's grab this one here anyway. Oh, that one's gone too. Oh. Well, that's why that one's gone. Look there. Them dinks been sitting down there just going to town, and they got my bait foul hooked. I just got hit too. Y'all, I'd planned on staying here in this one spot all morning, but I think I may have to end up moving just because these dinks are just gonna. I mean, I like catching dinks, but I'm out here to catch the big ones. And they just stripping my hooks and being a real nuisance. Set that in back. Pick up on that. He's on there. I got that front rod getting hit now too. That one's mad now. At least this one's big enough to get hooked. I'm gonna lose the bait. I'd at least like to see the fish that done it. It's a little flathead right there. That's why he felt better. There he is, Mr. Flathead. Let's bring this one up. Well, that's more what we're looking for right there now. A little flatty. Just putting in the time, you know, sorting through them little dink blues, and finally got something a little bit more worthwhile. Alright. Go get big for us. Tell Mama I'm looking for her. There he goes.